Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut. And joining me today is Boria Mujumdar and of course Debashish Sen from Lauderhill, Florida. Uh, I think Debashish, you were just messaging us that it has started raining. Of course, it's India versus Canada tonight. Not that significant of a game, but it will be important to see whether or not this match even happens. Debashish, what's the weather update? First of all, let us know, please.
Yeah, it's been drizzling. It has started drizzling, light drizzles though. But then obviously, what is noticeable was that there is lot many people walking for at the ground, which was not the case yesterday. There was only one super stopper, only one blower, but there were four, as many as four blowers today. So you could actually see there's a lot more involvement. Means when it comes to the ground stuff, means obviously both the teams are in the ground. Entire Indian team as well as the Canadian team are already in the ground. Virat Kohli had a word with Ravi Shastri, the former head coach. In fact, Hardik Pandya, Virat Kohli, and Ravindra Jadeja, they were all having a chat with the former India head coach Ravi Shastri. Obviously there is forecast of showers, 65 chances of showers, but during the duration of the game, there won't rain. But what we witnessed yesterday, despite not raining for almost 4 hours, but still the match couldn't be started. But then,
Devashish, let me
as I
stop
have
you.
just
Let me stop you. Devashish, you said one super stopper yesterday, four today. Is that right?
four blowers, one super stopper is still there, but there are four blowers. There was only one blower yesterday. Actually,
Why?
you could see a
Why
lot.
can Pakistan say that they were discriminated against? Pakistan will say our match did not get for this facility. Why is it that for an India game this facility is being used?
Yeah, that is what needs to be questioned. Means why was there no four blowers yesterday? Because the pictures that I sent yesterday and the pictures that I sent today are clearly you could actually make out. There were four blowers today, and there is four blowers today, and yesterday there was only one. So the point is, why was there not four blowers yesterday? The game could have happened yesterday. So it's a bit strange. Means obviously Pakistan will definitely would feel let down. The game couldn't be started. Obviously, it was not raining yesterday from 10 a.m. in the morning, and it did not rain till 1:30 p.m. So this is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so Devashish, my point here is there can be questions basis this, isn't it? That uh, there are double standards for particular teams here.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Means obviously, and in fact, why the question needs to be asked: why there was no four blowers, and so why there was no more ground stuff? There was lot of arch we could actually notice from the ground stuff. They were a lot more involved. In fact, the broadcasters were also there. And we won't be surprised if the match gets started today. Means obviously yesterday it was not the case. The ground couldn't be ready. There were wet patches near the broadcasters area and the media center. But today I don't know. Maybe we could actually see a match happening. But then the point once again, it's clear favoritism for a particular team. And Pakistan will feel let down because there were not many hours from the ground stuff to get the ground ready. What do you
Yeah, it's quite strange that this is an ICC tournament, a World Cup after all, and there's not enough equipment, there's not enough facilities for any sort of situation. I mean, as we were talking yesterday as well, that in Florida, it is said every year, mid May, around June, mid May, the monsoon season starts. Yet ICC picked Florida as a venue for this World Cup,
Yes,
knowing full well.
last week it did not rain. It did not. We had a word with a few locals last week. Also, it did not rain, but it was only just a few days back it has started pouring. Yes. When there was a forecast of showers, why did the ICC not arrange for a ground covering the entire ground? That needs to be questioned, and
Exactly.
it was a matter of
That
only
is
eight
the
thousand
question,
US dollars.
Devashish. You have sent us some excellent visuals, which has only the strip covered, not the entire ground. $10,000. The ground had puddles. 4 hours of no rain, but no cricket match. This is a World Cup going on. Do you see people talking about it? Have you spoken to Pakistani journalists? What's going on there?
Yeah, they are very upset. They are very upset with the arrangements here, Boyada. Obviously, they at the same time they are pissed off with their team, their own team. They were criticizing the captaincy of Babar Azam. Obviously, there are talks about rift in the team, in the Pakistan team. They are clearly not happy with the way the team performed in the game against USA. The loss against India, having the match in control at one point of time, 84-3, chasing 118. But despite that, yeah, they also accept that weather did play a spoil sport, but they don't have a hand in the weather. But yes, they also a bit upset with the fact that there was not many ground facilities, ground arrangement as far as, because the ground could easily be covered and we could actually have a game on yesterday. And remember, had the game happened yesterday, uh, you never know. Had USA lost and Pakistan playing against Ireland in the last group league fixture here at the same venue tomorrow, so Pakistan would have had the chance of qualifying, but that was not the case. But see, rather than pointing fingers at ground stuff, Pakistan has to blame themselves for their lackluster show. They did not put up a great show against USA and India.
I mean, it's quite clear, Boria, that Boria, I want to ask you this. Isn't it quite clear that India is getting very different treatment than the other teams in this World Cup?
Yeah, we shouldn't complain because after what we've seen in football, we get enough kicks.
Yeah.
We get enough kicks, and our team is thrown out in football. In Olympics, we are treated as second-class citizens. At some point, our subjective decision making happens. So uh, we are told we are a sort of a sleeping giant, but I wonder when we will awaken. At least in cricket, we are the giant,
Yeah.
and we command everything.
Absolutely.
And sadly, in cricket also, Pakistan can claim that they are the ones who are at the receiving end. Not that we hold any sympathies for Pakistan, because they lost to USA and don't deserve to make it. That's a different matter. But they deserve to be in, at least get a game. If there are four blowers today, there should have been four blowers yesterday. Simple as that. It is not rocket science that Ishan Chahane joins us well as well. Devashish said Ishan Chahane. What's going on? I mean, will we have a game today? Ishan, you go before I go back to Devashish.
Well, Boryada, there is a turnout that's come out here, and everyone's expecting a good game of cricket. Unfortunately, the weather forecast do suggest that there will be rain, around 65% to 70% chances. So that means it's definitely going to rain. It's only a matter of time. The outfield is wet as well, so the start of play might be interrupted. I'm not sure how long that will be, but hopefully, if the rain gods are kind on us, and if it doesn't rain as much, then there might be chances of rain because the outfield is still wet. But the probability of the game starting on time as well will be impacted by that. So maybe it's at the moment 50-50. A lot of fans are hopeful that we might see some play. But in my opinion, I feel that there will be rain, and that should definitely affect the game's chances.
Absolutely.
No,
And
I would
Devashish,
just I would just like to interrupt. I would just like to interrupt here. The ground looks a lot drier compared to what it was yesterday, because clearly all the umpires along with the match referee Andy Pycroft was seen having a word, having a feel of the outfield, and Richard Kettlebrough, one of the match officials, was seen in fact having a word with the ground staff. So clearly there is a lot of urge I would say in having the match started, having the game started, means at any point of time. So that was missing yesterday. Clearly, that was clearly missing yesterday, and Pakistan would feel let down. Would feel let down because clearly with no rain for almost 4 hours, the game should have started. Means obviously, had it been in any of the venues in India or Pakistan or Sri Lanka, then it would have been a huge outcry in the media. But obviously, India has no complaints whatsoever. We saw all the Indian cricketers back on the ground. They were having a feel of the wicket. Virat Kohli, in fact, once he entered the ground, he straight away went towards the far end, where the broadcasters area, what the outfield is, trying to have a feel of the wicket. And then there was Ravi Shastri, Hardik Pandya joined in along with Ravindra Jadeja. All were having a long discussion, having a word with the umpires, the match officials. So clearly, we might see a game happening if it does not rain anytime soon.
Okay, so here's the update. Toss delayed due to wet outfield. ICC, this is questionable. You've not had rain this morning. This is a World Cup game, for God's sake. How can the toss be delayed? Why wasn't the outfield not covered yesterday evening? There should have been coverage. There should have been proper coverage of the whole outfield and not simply the strip. This is unacceptable in a World Cup. We are sorry to say that you should have covered the entire ground. This is unfortunate. If the fans don't get their money's worth, this is unfortunate. You should have covered the full ground. In Sri Lanka, we had full coverage. In Kolkata, we have full coverage. In England, we have full coverage. This is the US, for God's sake. This is the world's most advanced country. This is a World Cup. It's India v Canada. Think of the Canadian players if they get an opportunity to play against India. Think of the fans who have come in behind Ishan Shahane. If this is what we get, are you doing justice to the sport we all love? Ishan, you go first before I take that to Devashish and Gandhi.
Next inspection, IST 8 p.m.
Okay, before I go to Ishan, next inspection is at 8 p.m. IST. So the drama with inspections have started again. This is pathetic, to say the least. Yes, Ishan.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely not done, Boryada. I think a lot of fans are out here, it's obviously expected that wherever India plays, you will see a turnout. And if the match is going to be delayed, it's just going to frustrate a lot of fans. So even in the game against USA and Ireland, there was a few fans who had turned up for the game and they all left so disheartened and heartbroken. So I don't even know how these Indian fans will feel, because I'm sure everyone's expecting a good game of cricket. And if it's going to rain also, so that's just going to affect the chances even further. So I feel with a major tournament like the ICC, more effort should have been put into this, more thought process should have been put into this, which has not been taken place. And because of that, due to that, all these repercussions have been are being faced at the moment. As you can see, there are a lot of fans behind me, and all of them are eager to enter. But I've spoken to a few of them as well. I've asked them about the weather. They all are a little optimistic about it. They all are suggesting that hopefully it shouldn't rain, but we can't disagree with the weather forecast. If the weather forecast suggests 65% rain, it's most likely going to rain, and if the outfield is wet at the moment, it's possibly going to be wet for a little more time. So who knows? But obviously there will be a lot of disappointed fans, and maybe yes, the ICC, the United States should have put in more effort over here to help in rectifying all these issues.
Ishan, before I go to Devashish, I want to ask you, it's not been a
These
lot
are
of...
visuals from yesterday, Gandhi. Just say
Yes.
once. These are visuals from yesterday where the pitch was only covered. The whole ground wasn't covered. Devashish Sen had sent us these visuals. These are visuals from yesterday. So we are playing those visuals, but this is why today the game has been delayed. Shopil, don't play the videos. Just show us the pitches. Yes, just keep it at this. Keep it at this. Look at this. The whole ground is not covered. We've lost Ishan, but Ishan will join back. Gandhi, take it from here.
Yes, Devashish, I want to ask you, has there been any sunlight, has there been any sun to help the outfield dry since yesterday?
No, not at all. Not the sun is not out. It's clearly gloomy. It's clearly overcast, and obviously we saw what it was. There were as many as 4 inspections. One at 10:30, followed by 11:30, 12:30, and 1:50. Despite we never know. We might again witness a drama unfolding here, because as Boryada just said, obviously I am not able to know what exactly is the update inside. But then again, there's an inspection.
The update, Devashish, is the inspection is at 8 p.m. Which is
yes, that is what I'm saying. Again, that same drama that was yesterday, that happened yesterday. The first inspection was at 10:30 a.m. yesterday also. So clearly, that obviously you could feel for the fans who have come out in numbers, especially the Indian fans. They have come in their jerseys, with their banners, with the posters, with the flags, and it is ridiculous. Means obviously to have such a having covered ICC events, this is clearly uncalled for. Means you don't have the minimum facility to get the game going, and that is what the fans have paid for. Means they have been paying huge money to get in the tickets and flying in from all across here in the US, from India, but still, despite the drama is unfolding yet again. So 10:30 a.m. is the first inspection.
Absolutely. I'll read out a few comments. Mayank Madan is saying...
Why can't we play the comments?
Mayank Madan. He's saying that it's a shame that they could bring drop-in pitches, but couldn't cover the ground as they do in Eden Gardens, which is a fair point, because this is the World Cup. If they can't pay extra, what was the cost? $8,000?
Whatever the cost is, you're getting millions.
Exactly.
That's the comment on screen, Mayank. We are getting millions from broadcast, and if you're not getting millions from broadcast, it doesn't matter. This is a cricket World Cup, as Devashish showed us with that visual. Only the strip was covered, not the ground. This is really sad. If you're a cricket fan who has spent money, and look at this. Yesterday there was no game. So yes, you might say I will return the fan his ticket money. So suppose the fan has flown in from New York to Florida. What about his airfare? Will you return his hotel? Will you return his intellectual time? Will you give him his emotion? How will you return all this and pay the fan back? Are you taking the cricket fan for granted? That is the question that I need to ask. Do you at all take the fan any seriousness? Ishan Shahane, Devashish Sen, both of you, before I ask Gargi the same question as a fan, do you think the fan is being taken for granted? Ishan Shahane.
In my opinion, yes, 100%. It's a major tournament that you're playing, and the first catering that you should do is for your fans that turn out here. So obviously, a lot of Indian fans, like I mentioned, are here, and if it's going to start late, if those basic precautionary measures aren't taken, it's just going to be a lot of people. And this tournament is taking place in the US for the time. US wanted to take this initiative as a way to promote cricket in their country, but unfortunately, those basic measures aren't taken. How do you expect sport to grow in a country like US as well? Even yesterday when I was at the ground.
You're breaking up and your screen is frozen actually.
So go to Devashish.
Devashish, have the fans been
Yeah,
taken
absolutely.
for
Actually, you should feel for the fans. Yes, we saw what it was in New York. Fans were made to walk 2 kilometers just to get into the stadium, and this is ridiculous. Means obviously you walk 2 kilometers to just to enter the stadium, despite having a valid ticket. And you talk about fans facilities, means that is totally uncalled for. Means nowhere in the world, as far as cricket venues is concerned, you walk 2 kilometers. Yes, MCG you literally have to climb up that barrack bridge and then get down to the MCG. Yes, it's a bit of steep, long walk. But then, having said that, Aisan Power Park in the South County Stadium we witnessed was ridiculous, and here also it's the same thing. Means obviously the ground is not covered. When it could have easily been covered. It just required a common sense. When you had a forecast of showers, it's not that it's raining here overnight. You knew about that it will rain here for the 3 matches, but still, despite that, you did not take any precautions or any arrangements. And this is unfortunate on the part of ICC. You could actually feel for these fans that as we are showing them, means they have come in numbers. They have come in numbers from all parts of US, but it looks like we might see this drama of having inspections, one inspection after the other. But let's keep our fingers crossed, because it's not raining yet, not pouring down, but
let's ask the people watching, and let's ask the fans. Hello, firstly, Avantika, Mayank, Madan, have you guys subscribed? If you haven't, kindly subscribe. Simple. Because it's essential that we all come together. There's Sarvan and Hari there. The fact of the matter is, what do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that the fan is being taken for granted? Kindly tell us. Can you flash this question on screen, Rohan? Is the cricket fan being taken for granted? Is the cricket fan being taken for granted is a question we are asking. Sarvan and Hari there. Introspect, I think ICC or whatever executive committee needs to be questioned. Whole hierarchy responsible for the shambolic arrangement. Is the cricket fan being taken for granted? Gargi, if you're a fan, what would you feel?
I would feel horrible because, we have a lot of technology now that we can see the forecast months before, actually heading to a state or whatever. You can already know what's going to happen when it comes to weather. So, it's not even about weather. If there were enough facilities, we wouldn't have to face that. We can have 4 hours of rain at the Eden Gardens and still have a game in the next 2 hours. So I think it's all about facilities. If enough had been invested, if there were good conditions, first with the pitches in New York, those were horrible, and then now the rain, which could have been, the rain couldn't have been avoided, but the effects of the rain could have been avoided. Of course, you could have covered the whole ground and saved a match and had a match. I think 3 matches now have been rained out at this particular venue first.
And if I was the president of the Pakistan Cricket Board, I would be gutted. Avantika, yes, we are taken for granted, and I don't know how they thought they will promote cricket in USA with the kind of pitches we saw in New York.
Absolutely.
Fascinating point, Avantika, and I absolutely echo what you are saying, and I feel, because we are ardent cricket fans. Devashish Sen, what are fans saying? I'm sure you've spoken to a multitude of fans. What are they saying? Some people have come in from Canada, some from other parts of the US. What are they telling you?
Yeah, I would just like to thank Mayank for subscribing to our platform. Thank you, Mayank, for supporting us. But then, yes, obviously the fans are clearly um, uh, they are lot excited. But then at the same time, they are hoping that the game goes on, because see, they have come in numbers to cheer the Indian star players. Obviously, the likes of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, whom they don't get to watch here in these parts. So clearly they have come to support the Indian team, the men in blue. But then, if the match does not happen, as was the case for the Pakistan game, as was the case for the Ireland versus USA game yesterday, it will be very disappointing. It will be, and ICC should take the responsibility, should take the onus, because they could have easily taken the measures so as to keep the ground covered, the entire ground covered, but unfortunately they did not. But it at least there is some initiative of having a lot many ground staff, lot many blowers, the super stoppers. Means at least there is that urge and that willingness that to make the game happen. Clearly, we could see with India playing, there is more urge in the organizers, but which was not the case yesterday. Boriada.
Yeah. Anup Asati here is saying cricket fan not taken granted by Pakistani player. They provide signed clothes under $25. He's taking a cheeky dig at Pakistan. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Signed $25.
Signed jerseys, Babar Azam, $25. They were going for, I think something like that was happening. Yeah.
So that was cancelled.
Yeah.
Achha.
But anyway, I think.
I have Sudhir with me. Let me ask. Sudhir. Aaja.
Yeah, till they figure out. I just want to say, having one super stopper for an international game, that to a T20 World Cup, is a joke. I think under 19 domestic cricket has more facilities than this. You'll at least see two super stoppers and a lot of groundsmen. Even if they have those calls or whatever, they try their hardest to. There we have Sudhir.
सुधीर, मैच तो हो नहीं रहा है, तो तुम इंडिया से जो जाए हो, ये तुम्हारा शंख कोई सुन नहीं रहा है यार, ये तो दुख हो जाएगा सबको। ये हर दिन अगर ऐसे मैच कैंसिल होता रहे तो ये कैसे चलेगा?
नहीं, तुम दो लगाओ।
दोनों लगा लो। गार्गी पूछ रही है आपसे और मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि एज अ क्रिकेट फैन, आप तो दुनिया भर में एज अ फैन सब कोई आपको पहचानता है, क्या आपको लग रहा है कि फैन को थोड़ा सा टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड किया जा रहा है? कल ग्राउंड क्यों नहीं पूरा कवर था? खाली वो पिच कवर था, इसीलिए आज मैच टाइम पे शुरू नहीं हो रहा है। ये क्या ठीक लग रहा है आपको?
इधर आ सर, आने देंगे तब पूछ लीजिए।
सुधीर सुनाई दे रहा है?
हाँ सर, सुनाई दे रहा है।
हाँ, मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि कल देखो बारिश तो पहले 3-4 घंटा पाकिस्तान मैच में भी नहीं हुआ था, 4 इंस्पेक्शन हुआ, उसके बाद बारिश आया, कैंसिल हो गया। और देवाशीष ने हम लोगों को जो फोटोज भेजे थे, पूरा पिच कवर्ड था, बट बाकी पूरा ग्राउंड खुला हुआ था, इसीलिए वो बारिश के लिए सन तो था नहीं, तो पूरा ग्राउंड गीला हो गया। अभी भी आज बारिश नहीं हुआ है, बट टाइम पे शुरू नहीं हो रहा है। इंस्पेक्शन के इंस्पेक्शन, क्या आपको लग रहा है कि फैन को टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड किया जा रहा है?
नहीं, मैं भी कल स्टेडियम आए थे वो आयरलैंड और यूएसए के मैच देखने के लिए, लेकिन परसों जो बारिश हुई थी, ग्राउंड सूखी नहीं थी, जिसके कारण टॉस में डिले हुई। टॉस तो होने ही जा रही थी कि पुनः फिर 1:15 को बारिश हुई। भीषण बारिश होने के बाद मैच को बंद किए गए।
हाँ, तो आज भी तो देखो सुबह से बारिश थोड़ी हुआ है, तो पिच इंस्पेक्शन अभी भी दोबारा हो गया है पीछे, टॉस नहीं हो रहा है, अभी भी ग्राउंड सूखा नहीं है। तो ग्राउंड पूरा कवर करना चाहिए था कि नहीं? तुम तो दुनिया भर में घूम के क्रिकेट देखते हो, ग्राउंड पूरा क्यों नहीं कवर था? क्या बोल रहा है फैंस लोग?
बोलेंगे सर, वो मामा थोड़ा बाहर आए बात करने के लिए।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
ओके।
और
थोड़े फैंस नहीं, थोड़े कमेंट्स
देखेंगे, नहीं जाने देंगे, रख देंगे वहीं पे।
हाँ, अभी अच्छा है। देवाशीष, why don't you have a conversation with Sudhir? Have a conversation as to your photographs. Why was the ground not covered? Have a chat with him. Let's hear it. You talk. You both talk. We will hear you.
He doesn't have
एक
a-
आप ले लीजिए ना.
नहीं मैं आप
ओके सुधीर, मुझे ये बताओ, ग्राउंड पूरा कवर नहीं है, ये क्यों है? और ये क्या आपको डिसअपॉइंटिंग लग रहा है, इसीलिए तो मैच टाइम पे शुरू नहीं हो रहा है?
मैंने ये भी देखा कि जहां मैच, ये बहुत पुराने स्टेडियम है. भारत जब भी वेस्ट इंडीज आती है 2 मैच फ्लोरिडा में खेल के जाती है. ग्राउंड तो अति सुंदर है, लेकिन पिच की रखाव जो बारिश आने के बाद ये पूरी तरह ढके नहीं जा सकते, सिर्फ पिच को कवर किए जाते हैं. कल मैंने देखी कि बिना टॉस इतनी भीषण बारिश हुई कि पिच पे पानी लग गई, और इसी वजह से आज टॉस में डिले हो रही है.
ये डिसअपॉइंटिंग है ना सुधीर, क्योंकि देखो इतना फैंस सारे दुनिया से आते हैं, अगर वो मैच देख नहीं पाते कि बारिश ना होने से भी, तो ये प्रॉब्लम है ना, बिकॉज आपको तो पूरा ग्राउंड कवर करना चाहिए. कितना पैसा लगता है बताओ?
नहीं, मैंने 2012 में ये देखी थी. 2012 में जब T20 वर्ल्ड कप होस्ट किया था श्रीलंका, तो श्रीलंका में मैंने एक चीज देखी. छोटी सी कंट्री थी, लेकिन जब कोलंबो में इंडिया की मैच थी, पूरी 5 मिनट के अंदर पूरी पिच को कवर कर दिया थे बाउंड्री लाइन तक. और जैसे बारिश खत्म होती थी 10 मिनट पे कवर हटाकर स्टंप कार मैच स्टार्ट होती थी. एक छोटी सी कंट्री में मैंने 2012 में देखी. लेकिन ये काफी डेवलपमेंट, ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो फर्स्ट टाइम होस्ट कर रही है T20 वर्ल्ड कप, लेकिन यहाँ पिच की पूरी तरह ढके नहीं जा सकते, सिर्फ पिच को कवर किए जाते हैं. और आउटफील्ड इतनी गीली है जिसके कारण टीम खेल नहीं सकती. जब तक आउटफील्ड क्लियर ना हो जाए, ड्राई ना हो जाए, तब तक टॉस होना संभव नहीं है.
फाइनल क्वेश्चन सुधीर, आपको जाने देंगे, बट देवाशीष को आप जर्नलिस्ट कैसे मानते हो? देवाशीष बेस्ट इंडियन जर्नलिस्ट है कि नहीं है, ये बताओ.
नहीं, ये तो आज से नहीं, हम जब से क्रिकेट में एंट्री किए तब से इनसे मिलते हैं, और जब भी मुलाकात होती है तो मिलकर तभी स्टेडियम में एंट्री करते हैं.
वो सुन नहीं पा रहा है.
वो किसका बोलो, सब हमको चाचा कह रहे हैं.
नहीं, मामा, आज देवाशीष जी को मामा के रूप में जाने जाते हैं. जो भी मिलते हैं मामा, तो हम लोग भी मामा ही कहकर देवाशीष जी को सम्मानित करते हैं.
मामा के बदले.
और हमारे बीच पधार रहे हैं माननीय श्री विपुल पटेल जी, यूएसए सिटीजन, लेकिन आज दल बदल कर इंडिया को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. लेकिन लास्ट मैच में मैंने इन्हें देखा कि पूरी रूप से इन्होंने यूएसए का झंडा लगाकर अपने देश के लिए वो चीयर किए, लेकिन फिर भी टीम इंडिया के सामने हार का सामना करना पड़ा.
फैंटास्टिक. सुधीर एक बार शंख हो जाए. So I am told you were there to support the United States yesterday. Many congratulations on US making the Super 8. Your first thoughts?
Well, I'm so happy that we finally made it, because nobody was giving us a credit that we were going to make it. But I was the only one man standing there from Dallas all the way to New York. And yesterday we got rained out. But you know what? We will have some collateral damage in the Caribbean, and we'll surprise some of the teams.
Tell me something. You come from Dallas, you went to New York. Today you're in Florida. Yesterday the match did not happen despite there being no rain for 3.5 hours and 4 inspections. Today also there is an inspection. How disappointed are you?
Well, I'm really disappointed because a lot of people are coming from all over the United States to see these games. But the situation is you cannot control Mother Nature at the moment. It is what it is, you know. And this area is all swamp, 3 feet underwater. Anything you dig here is water. So I mean, they're doing the best yesterday. We thought we were gonna have some game, but it didn't happen. Today, I think it's gonna be raining anyway. So there's a possibility of washout. Well, let's see. You know, it's what it is. You know, we lose our money and the tickets, but hopefully we get some credits back. And you know, what can you do? You know.
You should ask for your flight tickets back also and hotels, and take Sudhir and Devashish for a meal.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'm happy to see these 2 guys right here. And come here, sister. You gotta be on TV. Come. You came all the way from India. Show some people, give some love to your country. This young lady came all the way from Mumbai to see matches, and I'm proud for her. You know. And but anyway.
Wait. Ask her the question that she's come from
Yes.
Mumbai. How disappointed will she be? Despite no rain, there will be no game. It's not a
How disappointed are you? How disappointed? Okay, that's fine. She's not disappointed, but I think she got 6 games in Dallas and a few in New York, so she's happy. But she said she's just glad to be here with us. because I have like a 50 crew, extra, I got 30 people.
Okay, can you ask
Say what now?
Sudhir to play his? Can you ask Sudhir to play his Shank once? At least we can have
Shunk,
some confidence.
he wants to, bajao.
ये शंख नहीं, ये है जंग ऐलान, टीम इंडिया सबसे महान.
Yeah.
Hey, Devashish, why did you
Thank
not say
you.
Bharat Mata Ki Jai? Hey, Devashish, you should have also said Bharat Mata Ki Jai. You did not say. So Devashish, Rohan,
बोलिए दा.
Devashish, you did not say Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Yes, बोलिए दा.
Why are you becoming Narad Muni?
Snehashish and Rohan are saying you did not say Bharat Mata Ki Jai. You only say Jai
Oh,
Bajrang
oh, oh, Bharat Mata ki jai.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Jai Bajrangbali.
Jai Bajrang Bali.
Jai Bajrangbali, Jai Bharat Mata ki jai.
Fantastic. But this is so disappointing if you're a common cricket fan. I have to say this. You know, heart goes out. No rain, but no game. Gargi, you take over.
So can you allow me to join the Hindi live, because Shubhayan is constantly asking me to join the Hindi live to give the update.
Go ahead. Go.
Where's Ishan?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Go. But Gargi, take some questions from fans.
Yes,
I
that's
mean,
what I was about
very
to
important.
do. Okay. All right. Okay, Avantika here is saying ICC has gone crazy. India hasn't had even a single match in West Indies till now and are expected to perform directly in Super 8 there. All right.
Ayush Jindal asks, "What did you see the video of Pad calling Devashish the Chacha?" I haven't seen it. Have you
No.
heard this?
So yes, I found out what happened. Devashi just said that Rishabh Pant called me Chacha. There's no video of it actually happening.
So from Mama to Chacha.
Yeah, from Mama to Chacha, we have had a change of relationships here and there.
Trisha is singing also. So, you know, our studio today is all kinds of things. Virat
Mayank Madan is asking a good question. Virat Rohit also need a game, man. We can't afford to slip up in the first game of Super 8.
Okay,
But
so
what have you thought
Trisha
of?
replaces me for 10 minutes.
All
Trisha,
right.
while I will take a quick water break. Sure.
Trisha, sit down. I want to ask you something.
Hi.
What do you think of Virat Kohli's performance in the World Cup so far? Because it hasn't been phenomenal, but we really haven't seen anything of Virat Kohli yet. have we?
Yes, I think I will have to quote Gautam Gambhir in this. I think Gautam Gambhir said that, in I can't remember the exact year, but he was playing for KKR, and he was getting out very early on in the innings. He was opening for KKR, and as a captain, somebody told him that, oh, don't worry, your form will be back. And he said, you can't judge my form because I have only played 3 or 4 balls in 4 matches. I mean, I'm not even out of form or in form. I mean, it's the same thing with Virat Kohli, because you can't say Virat Kohli is out of form. Yes.
Just to interrupt you here,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the visuals from the host broadcaster, and Rohit Sharma at this point is ushering the team inside the dressing room and gesturing as if, "Arey koi fayda nahi hai, chalo andar."
Yeah,
chalo andar."
because obviously when you don't cover the ground, Gargi, I think you and I have always, spent a lot of time in monsoons where we have checked the same thing. The ground, there are patches in the ground which will be wet, which will be slippery, and it won't be good for bowlers or fielders.
Yes.
So, if you ask me honestly, I don't see a match being played here today as well. And
At this point,
and everyone is having roads.
it's not the pitch
want
that
yours?
is the problem. It
Yeah.
will be those puddles that were created yesterday, because ultimately they are too dangerous to run on, and the ball gets stuck there, your foot gets stuck there.
Look,
I
if
think
I am Rohit Sharma, I will straight up say, I don't know what he's saying, but I would straight up say that I know I am in Super 8.
yeah.
Canada, no chance in Super 8. They're already eliminated. Why should we injure our bowlers?
Yeah, why should you risk any of your players? Because I think both of us, because I've seen injuries from backgrounds. I've seen.
I have been injured. Once I tried to bowl and I slipped and fell, and I had a hamstring injury for a long, long time.
I mean, one similar situation that it had rained, and a bowler's foot got stuck like this, and her ACL actually teared from it. So she had to go get a surgery and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, all sorts
So
of things happen,
happen.
Gloria. I don't think. I mean, if I repeat, if I was, if I was Rohit Sharma, I would have straight up said, "Look, buddy, I don't want to play unless it's completely dry. I'm not going to let any of my players being injured." And Mayank, to be very honest, you are not the
I know, I'm
हाँ,
just going down.
अच्छा फिर ठीक है. Also, I think Virat and Rohit so far, all the batters have been struggling, right? I know Kohli, being Virat Kohli, we keep pointing out whenever he fails, and 3 matches at a stretch, you don't expect Virat to fail. So I get that, but I would still say continue them in the West Indies leg, because now the batting strips will get better, and that is where I think Virat will be more effective in the opening slot. And yeah, I mean, what do you think about Virat and Rohit's form?
What do I think?
Yeah,
Um, I think it's. What do I think? Well, Rohit Sharma, we've seen some of him, but Virat Kohli, I think.
Virat. Okay, I'm telling you that Virat cover drive against Pakistan.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that guy is not in form.
Again, at this point in cricket, where Virat Kohli's form is not about technique, form is not about
Exactly.
how
Suppose
well
the match
you're
doesn't,
playing.
let me ask you guys a question. Suppose the match doesn't happen today, or it is delayed.
Mm.
Will there be some questions asked, accountability taken, or nobody? Because we saw an issue, a press release where they said we have great groundsmen. Your great groundsmen haven't been able to turn it around.
No, I think even gods won't be able to turn this around. Great groundsman doesn't help unless you have infrastructure. It's equal to saying we have talented players, but you have no infrastructure. So the talented players cannot convert anything into any performance. For great groundsmen to make better of this, they have to definitely have to have sources and resources. And one stopper for this whole ground, it's extremely poor. And the accountability, honestly, what is the accountability that they're gonna are they gonna give some extra points to Pakistan? No, right? For India, we probably are not caring that much because we have qualified. But think of a Pakistan, think of a Namibia, England right now. If that goes for a washout, England, the defending champions, might be out of the World Cup. So there should be Also, do you think there should be a press conference of sorts where they actually answer important questions?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And like you mentioned, there was a comment here. Let me see if I can find it. But someone said that they're feeling really bad for actually here. Anu Pasati is saying it's heartbreaking for associate teams who are unable to play with good
I
ranking.
completely agree because
Yeah.
Can we have that question on screen?
completely agree because you know what, USA, Scotland, sorry, I put England in associate nations, completely not meant. But yeah, Canada, they're not going to have tours against against Australia or Pakistan or India.
Exactly.
So this is their chance to play against the big teams, and
It's been taken away from them, honestly.
and most importantly, if you are talking about the fact
look
that
at that. Look at that.
how will any look at the patches? If you're on
Look at his
TV,
foot, how
it's deep. Look at his shoes. I'm never going to go out and play in that
impossible
ground.
to
Not at
have
all.
a game here.
As someone who has played cricket for a long time and
And
career,
that's
I'm not
without
going to
spikes.
go.
If his
Yeah.
foot is going down, without
The spikes will be stuck.
Yeah.
There will be a good lot of runouts.
And I'm
Everyone
sure
spikes.
this isn't the only puddle over there or a bad patch.
Absolutely not. I think this is
Look,
how the
behind-
most of the ground is.
Behind the guy, I mean, there are a few over there as well where people
Yeah.
are, trying to check how, what's the word, how soggy the ground
How
is.
soggy the ground is. Absolutely,
Good that they found the-
But yeah, again, Gargi or Trisha, who is a better cricket player?
We haven't played
She's a
the-
better batter. I'm the better bowler.
Exactly.
So there's
See,
no fight there.
That
She's
was
definitely a better batter, and I'm definitely a better bowler.
so agreed. Agreed. But and you can see actually, look at the blowers are pointing in one direction, meaning that's the.
These are the
main-
patches.
yeah,
Yes,
that's the
absolutely.
main
Mike
patch.
Hazeman is showing the patches that are there in the host broadcasters. Come on, guys, more questions.
Let's see if we can find anything here. Mm-mm-mm. Avantika is saying superb work of covering the matches, Rev Sports. Thank you so much,
Avantika, I hope the game is already a dead rubber. How many games are in Florida and World Cup? Do other venues in West Indies have similar forecast? Guyana has chances of rain. You know, I think West Indies also, it won't rain as much as it has rained in Florida, because I think Gargi had pointed it out that this June to August, September is the time that there are storms and monsoons in Florida. But in West Indies, no, chances of important matches getting washed out is less.
Honestly, we know that even if there is rain, West Indies will take better care of the grounds.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course
that's
they
the
will.
point.
Of course they will.
That's the main point.
Absolutely. And Avantika, thank you so much. But I hope, Avantika, you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you have also followed our Twitter, Red Sports Global. Recently, unfortunately, there are pros and cons of social media, and one of the cons of social media is that often important or sites get
No, continue with your
get
point.
hacked. Yeah, and our main Twitter account got hacked, so we have got a new account, Red Sports Global. Please do follow us at the rate Red Sports Global in Twitter. So Rohan is asking. Rohan, are you asking? Oh, okay. I thought Rohan in the back end is only asking us questions. There is no rain as of now, right? Absolutely, Rohan. There is no rain. Currently, there is no rain in Florida. But the problem is there is wet outfield. There are patches which are soggy. Rohan, please keep Vikas's question. Uh, there are soggy patches in the ground. Inspection will continue. Again, I was talking to Gargi about this. So, Gargi, do we need to be concerned with Virat's form?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I mean, come on.
I don't think
The
we've seen
USA
anything
pitches were a
concerning.
little weird anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like too many batters got a lot of runs. Let's wait for the Super 8s, and always remember that he's the Super V performing in Super 8s. No, what I mean is Virat performs well and has been in good run of form in IPL. Almost, you know,
600
si-
or more.
700 runs, I think, no, in IPL.
Awesome.
Yeah. Back to Boria Majumdar.
Thanks, Trisha, for substituting for me for, Trisha's a
Impact
really good-
player.
Yeah, I mean, we got the impact player. We got our impact player, she scored, and now the coach has put me back on. Gargi is captaining the team, by the way.
Yeah, Gargi is absolutely the captain.
Confirm बताओ मैच होगा कि नहीं? गर्लफ्रेंड डेट के लिए पूछ रहे, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
He's saying confirm बताओ मैच होगा कि नहीं.
This is the
Girlfriend
best comment.
डेट के लिए पूछ रही है, जाओ कि नहीं.
चले
जाओ
जाओ.
भाई,
चले जाओ.
चले जाओ.
It's anyway a dead rubber.
हाँ, 100% चले जाओ. गर्लफ्रेंड को कभी नहीं but I still don't say no to my wife ever. Match, no match, doesn't matter.
ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. See? Okay,
Hmm.
same question to you. Do we need to be concerned about Virat's form? Are
Not
you
at all.
concerned?
Not at all.
Perfect.
Not even one iota. Big match, big stage, big player will deliver. Don't you worry. Virat Kohli and the World Cup is a different love affair. Come the Super 8, you will see Super Virat play. What I'm concerned about is our depth. Yes, I am. I still hold that this team is not good enough to go beyond the semi-finals.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think anyone has that much confidence in the team right now, unless they prove us wrong, which we won't.
Can I-
will be
can I-
delighted to.
Can I just
Yes.
put in a point from?
You want to put in your role also?
No. It's okay. What I mean to say is now we had said this before the World Cup, right? Now a lot of important teams have been knocked out because of the stupid rain and all that. Do you think that has increased India's chances now? Back
Yeah,
to
I
the
mean,
No, because I still think we are a semi-final team at this point. I see Australia going the distance. South Africa is a very good side. If England gets through, which is now possible, again the rain. Let's see what happens.
But a question I want to ask you is: do you see any changes in the
Think going to
Indian
win?
squad?
Easy game for India? Yeah. And who do you think?
There are some visuals there. There are some. Do we have audio there? So let's have some audio.
Shift is the verb.
Okay, we back to our live, and we will get the visuals there. But you know, how disappointed are you for these fans? I mean, come on.
Yeah. There, on the host broadcast, we can see multiple tweets from former Pakistani players and I think journalists who are very disappointed in the fact that last night's game did not happen, and that sort of hampered Pakistan's chances because what if
They lost to
Ireland had-
USA. They deserve to go home.
So Tisha saying they deserve to go home. I agree, but they deserve to play also.
Yeah.
They deserve to
Get a fair
game.
chance.
Yeah, as a fair chance. And that's my point. Mayur, as a neutral fan, why special treatment to India today? Correct? Why special treatment to India in a different way in football? Because you don't have the money. You don't have the audio wala fans. Chalabo, chali dao.
Chalo,
Swapnil, chali dao, chalabo. Captain, tell him.
visuals hobe. Chalo. We're just waiting for some fan visuals to yeah. Rohan shift is the verb.
Maybe. Hopefully not too easy, so we can actually watch a little bit of the game. I want Kohli to play today. Kohli for sure. Yeah. Probably easy win, but yeah, hopefully we bat first so we can actually.
Yeah. Yes, Pantaso, of course. Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll find out. But I gotta check the weather out for that one. I'm not too sure. Almost India qualified the Super 8. This game, the bench players played today. The warm up game, the Super 8, the warm up game, the practice game. So many times coming Team India, the playing the West Indies series, the playing after going the West Indies. And this time they're playing the World Cup, the first match in playing Florida. Again going the Super 8 in the West Indies. The focus on the spinner on the practice in the today game. I hope so. I'm gonna say Virat. Yeah, he owes us one now. He owes us one. Two games, so hopefully he owes us one. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. And if they're too complacent.
You know, I really feel for each of these fans. You have to feel for each of these fans. Anup, Moria sir, Ganguly sir का favorite dish बताओ. Biryani. Biryani, absolutely biryani any day. Himant, what is this? Boryada, are your Paris medal hopes also two in badminton? No, one in badminton, two in boxing, possibly two in shooting. No, three or four in shooting, one each in archery, hockey. आर्चरी वो धीरज बोमा वगैरह छोड़ के आज भी तो आर्चरी मेक्सिको के खिलाफ टाई ब्रेकर में मेंस टीम लॉस्ट हॉकी यस एथलेटिक्स नीरज यस वेट wrestling weightlifting Mira yes wrestling could well be two because I will give Aman an opportunity. I think three or four in shooting. So we are close. I am saying on a good this thing 12, on a bad this thing 8. But definitely our best Olympics of all time. We need to cross 7 to become the best Olympics of all time. That will certainly happen. Let's ask Gargi if she has a question. India shouldn't play on that outfield. Gargi, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so. There's nothing to risk, nothing at stake. So why risk your players physical well-being, because clearly we saw that the wet patches out there, and they could seriously injure anyone, and we don't want that. What do you think? Do you think captains have a say in saying that I don't want to play my players?
Yes,
here?
I mean, if there is a security, if there is a safety issue, of course, yes. I mean, it is nothing else. It's the safety of the. You can't.
Even if the umpire says it's safe to play.
No. Umpires, I mean, come on. If there are wet patches, the umpires cannot come and say that you have to, because it's about the safety. Devashish,
Yeah.
Mama, you are very cute. You know today. We know from ages. Clearly, you have not realized this. Mama, Chacha, whatever he is super cute. And especially when he's at the beach, thinking and turning philosophical, even more so.
Wait, what happened with the beach? I don't know.
Arey, look at his profile picture yesterday, beachwear. He's looking incredible. And that too, thinking and looking towards heavens and saying beachwear. He's looking super cute. Devashish is a fantastic guy, no question. Would Kuldeep play if Super 8 happens? Come on, Larry, take that.
Would Kuldeep? I think yes. I think me and Trisha were discussing this morning only about who you would drop out of the squad if Kuldeep had to play, and we said Mohammad Siraj would probably be dropped. What do you think?
Mohammad Siraj. Oh, interesting.
Because you have to get a spinner in West Indies.
But you
Especially
already,
Kuldeep.
so you want to go in with all Aksar, Jadeja,
Maybe,
Kuldeep,
yeah.
all of them. Interesting.
Bold call.
I
Because you're
actually-
not making Jadeja bold.
I actually think Jadeja or Aksar one will give way to Kuldeep.
Batting.
Yeah, but in the
You're
West Indies, it's
compromised.
okay. I mean, it's not that bad a batting deck in the Caribbean.
But also, the tendency of Indian batting lineup is if the first 3 or 4 fail, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, if that is the scare, then clearly you're not good enough to win the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, that's the truth bomb. But Mayank Madan here is saying it is so frustrating to wait this much. Thank God there's Euros going on. Boryada, following you since 2007.
How old are you? I don't know, because if you are old enough, then you should have followed me since 2002.
No, I was not old enough.
Trisha wasn't born. Gargita wasn't
No, I
born.
wasn't born. I was
Trisha was
born.
born.
No, I was also born.
You were
I was
also born, okay.
7 years old.
In
I was
2007. Okay. Trisha was what? 10.
17.
17. Oh, wow.
That's pretty old.
Yeah, Trisha's. No, come on. You can't be 15 years older than Gargi. You're not 40.
No, I'm 33.
So then in
I
2000.
was born in 1990. 2002 only. Oh, 12.
That's what I thought. What?
How is she that old?
No.
Okay, Vikas Kushwaha is saying, in hindsight, Rinku or Shivam, who should have been picked up in the squad?
I
There's
still
no
think.
hindsight.
I still think.
There's no hindsight. It's Rinku.
This question has been answered a million times, Rinku. But now that you picked Shivam, and especially in the last game, the way he batted, the resilience, the attrition, the effort that he's shown, let's back Shivam now. This is a question that has long been passed. So let's back Shivam because he's the part of the team now.
Okay, Indranil Roy Chaudhary is asking, how can the 50-over format be better for the way ahead? The Tendulkar formula, 40 overs? Is that? I don't think so. I think it will.
Formula is fine.
It'll lose its charm. That's what I think. And even though I think a lot of players still consider the 50-over World Cup to be the World Cup.
Yeah, Mahela Jayawardene always said that that's
Yeah.
the benchmark. If you want to win a World Cup, that's the benchmark for a World Cup. So there's no debate about that. A World Cup is a World Cup, but this World Cup is not giving us the feel of the World Cup, and that's the problem with this World Cup. And somebody asked us about Euros. All of us are waiting for Euro, Croatia versus Spain. We will watch that. LM10 once again in action. Even Perisic 2012 onwards has scored in almost every game. Croatia versus Spain, last couple of matches, Spain 2-1. Who knows? Who knows? We are all waiting for Croatia versus Spain at 9:30 tonight.
Especially Gargi.
And especially Gargi, because Gargi has an early morning flight to catch, so she can pass on football to us and say, my job is done, and then I will join from Delhi from tomorrow again.
I think I would be no help in football anyway.
No, you did that show with me on
Yes,
Indian
because
football.
Indian football, somewhat I know.
Yeah, I mean,
if
you
you are-
don't for that doesn't matter. You don't need to follow
Yeah.
every sport.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm 24. All my cricket knowledge and sports knowledge is just because of you, Vikrant sir and Samir Rajguru. This is unfair. It shouldn't be because of us. It should be because you follow the game. We are storytellers. We are storytellers, and we will tell you more stories. And with due respect, you should. The game is what you love, not us. We are delighted that you've shown us that kind of respect.
Absolutely. Siddharth here is saying, Boryada, which Olympic event, according to you, can turn out to be a dark horse for
Shooting.
India this time?
Not one, 3 to 4. Watch out for Sift Kaur Samra, Aishwari Pratap Tomar,
Isha Singh.
Esha Singh, Manu Bhakar on a good day. 3 events she's competing in. Jaspal Rana allowed. So, 21 quotas. Bhavnish Mahindiratta doing well yesterday again. This Indian shooting team, don't give me the Rio example in Tokyo. The issues have been addressed. I am banking on 3 to 4 medals from shooting. 100% I am. Also, I am banking on getting our first female individual gold medalist this time round. The first ever individual female gold medalist from India. Prediction? Sift Kaur Samra.
Ah, okay. All right. I think the officials have worked out for the inspection. I'm not sure.
So let's take the inspection and we'll close the show.
Yes. Let's see what
Of course, who
the
says
officials-
Sachin Chaudhary cover Euro? Watch our live show at 9 p.m. with Rohan Chaudhary, Snehashish Mukherjee, Rahul Giri, and myself and Trisha Ghoshal, with Gargi being our producer for that show for Euros. Croatia versus Spain. No question we will be live. That's why we're a multi-sport platform. Archery, let me give you the update. India lost to a Mexican team in a tie-break. They were up 4-0. Dheeraj Bomavadera, Tarundeep Rai, that team, in the archery Antalya World Cup, and then they lost 2 sets. And in the final set, it was a tie. And in the tiebreaker, India lost by a point. Marginal. But that's the story in archery that you have today. What a story Saurav Netravalkar played up for India. Went to, yes, Mayank Madan, absolutely. Watch Devashish Sen's interview. When is Rev Sports Marathi coming? I told Abhijit Deshmukh to launch it. He taught me Rev Sports Marathi Nakki Baga and ran away.
Yeah. That's suppose I don't think we have enough Marathi people to start a channel.
You?
I'm the only one.
Abhijit Deshmukh. You
Yeah.
and Abhijit. So why don't you say something and launch Marathi?
Yeah. मराठी नक्की बघा आणि लाईक शेअर सबस्क्राईब करायला विसरू नका. I don't think anyone here is Marathi though.
Sachin?
Mayur must be.
Sachin, did she say right? Tell
Yes,
us, will you
yes.
subscribe to Red Sports Marathi?
Madhuri is asking who's your favorite English, Hindi, Bengali journalist?
Who is the question for?
Not sure.
Himadri, who is the question for?
Who did you always think you'd be a journalist?
I still don't think I'm a journalist. I still think I'm an academic. I still think that's my first love. Media happened by chance. Who's your favorite English, Hindi, and Bangla journalist? Me.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else works as hard in multiple languages and believes in Indian sport as much as I do, because that's what I've always done in life for 40 years, loved Indian sport. Sachin Chaudhary says, yes, of course. Indranil Rai Chaudhary, Rev Sports Northeast, I'm from Nagaland. I would love to go to Nagaland. I'd love to go to the Northeast and launch Rev Sports Northeast. I actually want to speak to Himantada because they're doing some great work for sport in Assam, and take it to Assam and do a conclave in Assam and get you all together. The Northeast conclave with so much of sporting talent in Indranil, so much of sporting talent.
Absolutely. We're just waiting on what the inspection will be. Post broadcasters are not showing us anything. We're not finding any updates.
Ask
But,
our friend Ishan Shahane and Devashish Sen. Devashish is live on Hindi, I guess.
Yes, Ishan, I think he's having trouble with network, so that's why he's not able to join us.
Okay, we'll get you the update and then I'm in Dimapur. Indranil, we must get you there. Gargi ma'am, Jai, Maharashtra from Pune.
वाह, छान वाटलं तुम्हाला भेटून.
What does that mean?
Nice to meet you.
Fantastic. हमको भी सिखाओ. हमारे
yes.
सिखाओ. Nice Punjabi बोलिया था. अरे, thank you Sharnik. Thank you so much. गरम काल ठंडा पंजाबी. Sharnik, good to have you back. Gargi ma'am, Jai Maharashtra.
Yeah, same thing.
So Gargi, when she's back next time round, it will be the other way. Just like we teach her Bangla, she'll teach us Marathi.
Absolutely, done.
7 students in the Gargi toll.
Yeah.
Rohan, Snehashish, Rahul, Trisha, Boria, Shopnil, and the first boy is Shopnil. By the time Gargi goes back, forgotten one.
I know.
There's a good chance of that if I'm teaching Swapnil. Then I might forget what I'm saying. But do you think the match is happening?
If it doesn't happen, trust you me. This is travesty.
They
This
won't
is-
call
this
it
is-
off right now.
Yeah, but then you're doing a real, of course they won't call it off, but this is a real disservice and injustice to the fans.
Absolutely. Come on, give us an update. We don't have any update as of now.
8 o'clock is the inspection, so anytime soon we will give you the update. Why don't you guys give us some questions? Some people were telling us you wanted a Tendulkar show. Tell us what shows do you want, because we will do an Olympic podcast starting Olympic Day. We will do a special on show. Ask Boria to write a book on some cricketers who came, played and disappeared, like Gagan Khoda, Connor Williams, Vijay Bharadwaj, Tinu Yohanan. Good question. I think it's an article or a longish article than a book,
Heroes,
because
forgotten heroes.
you can, I mean, it's not a book. It's an article. It's a longish article.
Let's see if we have any more questions here. Mm,
Okay, you guys tell me. Do you want the Sachin show? Because you all were saying that you wanted a Sachin Tendulkar show. Happy to give you that at some point, but we need to know what you want and how many of you. ये क्या पूछ रही है इसमें? स्वप्निल मुखर्जी क्या बोल रहा
Something
है?
is written in Marathi.
पढ़ो.
मला थोडी माहिती आहे आणि बाकी गार्गी मॅम कडून शिकेल. I think he's lived in. I think his mother was Marathi. He has told me this. Something like that.
So then you already have a partner. He will be your
He
channel.
understands a little bit because he
So
stayed
then
in Mumbai. or
Why
something.
don't you train him and he can come on the show with you in Marathi? Imagine Gargi and Swapnil, deadly combination.
No. That will be deadly for
Why?
me as well. Deadly for both of us.
Swapnil will teach you football.
Oh, that's true.
But
Okay.
again, he will say, I am Messi. First minute, he will get injured.
Finally, we have the officials walking out. Inspection are ongoing. They're talking amongst
Boria
themselves.
sir, what? South Africa and India still not play their potential? Will it affect? Yes, it can. And especially if you get these stop-start games, you play in a horrible pitch in New York, it absolutely can. This is a very disappointing thing. This is a very, very, very disappointing. Look, there's no rain, no umbrellas, no match. How is this even possible in a World Cup, for God's sake? God damn it. I mean, no umbrellas, no nothing, no game. What are you doing to the fans? You're cheating the fans.
After having them pay so much for tickets,
Come from different parts.
making them walk 3 kilometers every single match. Okay, something they're checking the same patch. I think that's a problematic patch over there. I think Mike Hessen was saying something like that. There's no standing water on that patch, but because the ground is made of sand, it's very, I don't know, soggy or something. It's become soggy.
Mayur, Argentina winning Euros? How can Argentina win Euros, boss? A fairy tale ending for both. You mean Portugal winning Euros? Mayur, you become a Swapnil.
Mention the finalists.
You have indeed become a Swapnil. Argentina will win Copa again, not Euro. And Ronaldo exit for both. Why not? Why not?
Spain and Croatia match
Why within an hour we'll shift to Spain and Croatia? This is turning out to be a real pain. Trust
I
me.
know.
A real,
I'm not
real
even
pain.
there. I can't even imagine what people who are sitting in that stadium feeling. I'm already tired of this, whatever this is happening.
That's why you decided to go back to Delhi tomorrow.
Enough is enough.
Yeah?
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
इसको मराठी में बोलो.
I like it, Mayur. Keep it going. I got you, bro. Swapnil is saying, oh, we also have Bhaichara on our show.
Swapnil is already fraternizing with everyone.
Swapnil wants to be on the show with you now, Marathi. Trisha will launch Red Sports Marathi. Gargi and Swapnil as anchors.
Croatia spinning position.
The team is warming up, so are these positive signs for the
No,
match?
they are not warming up. They are just
They're
Why
playing
do you
just
go for the
playing
Euros?
football and playing silliness.
How can
At-
this be a
at-
positive sign?
No, I mean थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगा ना कि चलो ग्राउंड सूख रहा है खेल लेते हैं वार्म अप कर लेते हैं
क्या
body.
खेलेगा भाई? I think US needs more proper infrastructure and should give players more incentives to be full-time players. They have 2 years to prepare until World Cup.
I think it will take some time for USA to get there. USA cricket to get there. Don't you think?
In terms of players, this is not a bad bunch. You know, the bowling looked pretty decent to me. This is not a bad bunch. You can actually make a reasonably decent enough team because quite a few Ranji Trophy players, quite a few players who have gone from India. So it's not a bad team. Yeah, if they sort of give the team a little bit of backing and push them a little bit, maybe they can really improve.
Yes. Oh my God, tell us already.
So this is they've gone back to the Pakistan match in Melbourne and all that.
They milked this match completely.
मेरे पास एक अपडेट आया है. India won the toss and selected to swim.
Good one.
नहीं देवाशीष को भेजता हूँ स्विम करने के लिए. कल वो बीच में था.
I'm glad he got some off time to go and visit the beach, because how can you be in Florida and not go to one of the beaches?
The pitch and square are still under covers.
Okay, the update that we are getting, the pitch and the square are still under covers.
Why? But it's not raining.
Must be precautionary. And they are expecting more rain. So 2-3 inspections and then the rain will start. So it's a good pattern. 4 inspection, then rain. Thank you very much.
3-4 massive
We
hair
tried
dryers
our-
are
We
still
have
working.
officially wasted all your time.
3-4 massive hair dryers are still working on drying your
Gargi, do you need a giant hair dryer? We'll get you one. Devashish ko bolo.
Please bring one of those dryers, because convenient to dry your hair.
What nonsense is this? Khatam karo yaar, this is so boring.
I swear. And then
And
they're
it's so
not even-
unfortunate.
I
It
didn't
is so
swear.
unfortunate. So unfortunate for
Let's close the live. If anything happens, we can come back. Let's give some adda.
Yeah. So yeah.
Chobi dichi, chobi. John Chobi.
John, আর রং মশাল
Sagnik is saying, I think they need Chinnaswamy support staff.
Staff noise, staff. Ekdom. This
but
is
I
the current photograph. This is the recent photograph from the stadium. 1, 2, 3. There you can see these gigantic kind of dryers, but they can't replace a super stopper, nor can they replace the damage that was done yesterday because the whole ground was not covered.
Come on, give us an update. Time for update. They're not
Waiting
giving
for
update
India.
only, yeah.
Bring in choppers. Please act like America, please. Choppers to do what?
Dry the ground.
I love rain, but not in cricket. I want some rain in Kolkata. Why can't we change it? Florida, give us the rain, and you take some of this weather. Chalo, let's come back in a while.
Yeah, we'll close this show right now. We'll come back when we have an update on when the toss happens. Till then, of course, stay tuned to Rev Sports, and if you have the notification button, if you have clicked on it, you'll know when we're back again live. So go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tap on the notification bell, and thank you so much. We'll be back.